Yo, good morning. Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. You guys ever have those games where you just feel invisible? Kind of like this tank right here in the middle of the screen. You can't see it. It's completely invisible. My M3Y, bottom tier in a tier 10 battle. We are here on Himmel's Redshire Dorf, Studzianski. Yeah, that's it. Himmel's Redshire Dorf, Studzianski. Invisible tank. This tank I ran the small gun on it. We've talked about it a bit, had a couple videos. I thought this game was kind of interesting because it's one of those games where you just feel like you're invisible. Nobody's paying attention to what you're doing, and you're able to crank up some damage. And when you're talking a 240 alpha gun, which is quite anemic in terms of alpha for a heavy at tier 8, it takes you a while to get over 3,000 damage. If you figure 4 shots per 1,000, that's already 12 shots, math in public. I think I get 3,500 or close to it. I mean, you're talking, and these are pens, right? Not necessarily shots. So if you're going to try to get consistent high damage games, it tends to be a lot of shots you have to take, because then you have to factor in ricochets and misses and non-pens and other things. Just because you get 12, 20 shots in a game doesn't mean you get 12 to 20 pens. What that also means is you've got to get to a place to start shooting early and shoot often. And when you've got a tank like this, it takes a lot of early and a lot of often. So let's get started on this. You can see that I am standby. I am running vents. I've got Vertstab and a rammer, so no real try-hard stuff going on here. I don't have any food or anything. Running a large fire extinguisher or an automatic fire extinguisher in large kits. Off we go on Redshire. We have spawned into the north side, so I'm going to head over to the east to the heavy brawling area. I'm sure that is no surprise to most people. At some point I should go start working at the castle. I feel like that's a secondary kind of fight. You guys let me know what you like to do on Redshire. Do you like to go the middle and snipe? Do you like the castle? Obviously this has a lot to do with what kind of tank you're in. You probably wouldn't want to take your scout over here and brawl at the blimp. The blimp brawl is probably not what you want to do. I have lots of fun stuff I can do on a scout in this map. It's not a bad scout map at all. Not great, but not bad. I just really don't like the castle. I like going over to the blimp there. So we've got an IS-4. They've got a Mouse. We both have a Kron. They've got a Badger, and we're running a T-103. Or we have a, yeah, T-110 E3. Pretty good crowd coming this way. The IS-4, the 50 TPPR, Defender, some guys in the back. The 110 E3 is camping way back there. And we'll come up here to the brawling area. And I just remember this battle being one of those where I was kind of allowed to run around and do what I wanted, and more or less unmolested. People just, for whatever reason, didn't bother me too much. I believe I take some damage, so it's not like I had the complete cloaking device on. So the PR runs around the corner, and he's going to go after, and all of a sudden he proves there's just not much over here. That's great. So we'll come in here and try to shoot this guy. There we go. A couple hits right away. So the Tiger 2... Now, then the Emil 1 shows up right there, and I just really don't want to get shredded by this guy. So he pretty much comes after me immediately. I bounce. No, I don't. Never mind. I take a hit. Try to go through his turret, which is not great. And, of course, everyone's like, well, you're not invisible there. All right. Yep, you got me. You got me. I was in a bad position. Got hit a couple times. Tiger 2 takes a shot. We'll come around here, try to put one in on him. The Mouse is busy. We'll try to get away from the Mouse. Here comes the M6Y, that's the tier 9. Yo tank, yo. So we'll just switch around here. Let those guys peek and poke for a moment. See if we can't get in here while somebody shoots. And now it's just a matter of timing shots. I'm just going to go at him, right? So we'll come around the corner, we kill that dude. The Mouse takes a poke but misses right into the ground. And we have pretty much rolled up and over these guys right here. Part of this one is obviously the bad deployment by the enemy team, right? What did they send? Just a couple tanks? Did we? Let's see what we got here. We've got 2 dead, so their Kron went down pretty quickly. Looks like our guys took advantage of him using his clip out. We kind of beat up the Tiger 2, kept him busy. The Mouse never really came up and over and helped. The Emil gets his 3 shots or whatever and then had to reload, and then we just had more tanks, right? We got more beef coming at him right here. And the IS-4 is now going in there and tanking the shots and damage from the Mouse. And now the Mouse, he just doesn't have enough guns to shoot the people. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, do I turn around and try to get this IS-4, or do I keep getting shot in the lower plate by this very irritating M3Y, and all of a sudden we're up to 2,000 damage just like that. Game is pretty well in hand, so we'll head over this way and see if we can't find some more damage. And this is why I like going to spots like this. It's just that's where all the hit points are early in the game. I think a lot of players are a little bit more passive in terms of not going right away to the brawling areas. It can get you out of the game pretty quickly if things go badly. I'll try to sneak one in on him. He's pretty well angled for me right there. It'll be hard to get any shots on this guy. There we go. I have no idea how that pinned, to be quite honest. Not really sure where I hit. Maybe the side of the tank, don't know. And then another one. So maybe the side armor of those things aren't that great. Isn't that great? For those of you who are upset by my gold spamming, I do apologize. Just to take a little shot at you guys there. This guy's in the middle. It's easy to be invisible when they can't see you. Someone's got him lit, and he's just getting absolutely pummeled by me here. There we go. We'll go ahead and push on in. It looks like we've got that whole side of the map sorted out. Make sure you're watching your mini-map for options like this. Opportunities and options. We'll come down through the middle, though. There's no sense in just driving out in the open anymore than we have to. Looks like their Artie's coming in. So they have the castle over there. The Badger's there, the Progetto 66. Those are the two most dangerous. Although the Char's dangerous enough as well. We get into their Artie over here, so that doesn't last very long. Sneak a shot on him. That's the nice thing. That's why I like this gun. Much better accuracy, more comfortable kind of gun. I never did go back to the heavy gun, to the big gun. I ran it about for the first half of my grind when I went to the tier 9. Then I took it off for the second half and I put the smaller gun on, and I considered maybe going back to the large gun just to try it in the 100 Battle Challenge, but I decided to stick with it. I shouldn't have paused there. I should have kept going. Looks like everybody just went right in there at that guy. So he's not even looking. We'll shoot him, look for a ram kill maybe. I do take a hit from the Badger. Badger's trying to go after me here. Try to hide behind this dead tank. Scorpion G took a poke. I guess I wasn't as invisible as I thought. You know, sometimes I get these games and I put them in the save file, make a copy of them, then I put a little note on them on the file about what I thought about the battle. And as I was playing, I felt like I was kind of invisible, but I did get shot at a lot, and I lost a lot of hit points. So, and I wasn't at 3,500. Maybe I have another hit in here. I thought it was decently above 3,000, but we'll see. Probably not, I guess. Maybe I get one shot on this guy or two. He does have 1,700 hit points. He's at full hit points, so I may sneak some shots here. Trying to get away from shooting through stuff. There we go. I was a little bit surprised by that. That didn't seem like enough lead fire on that guy. Yeah, so I must get two. Maybe not. Does he sneak out? I was thinking about trying to get to look through that little hole right there. And then he scooted over, and I couldn't quite get there. I don't think I get... Maybe I do get another. There we go. He does come out. There we go. One more shot. And he died. So he was looking to kill me. I did get 3,500. It just took a little while to get there. So sometimes I put these games in the files, and in my save file, I put the note on there, and I think I put something like, I felt invisible. So I think it's actually better, though, that it came out this way, because your feelings about a game and what actually happened in the game, even if it's been 5 seconds after it ended, can be very different. And I found this a lot flying when we got to debrief. You had an idea of what happened while you were flying when you landed, but you had to get the tapes out, and then you got everyone's tapes out, and then you looked at everyone's tapes, yours, the bandits, the positioning if we had ACMI, and oftentimes what you perceived to have happened was not right. Now, as you got better at it, you got better at your perception and understanding what you were seeing, and you'd be close. But sometimes you were just plain old off. You thought somebody did something, and they didn't. It was someone else did it, or they, one of the biggest examples is you thought they turned left and they turned right, kind of thing. It's the same thing here with this. When you come out of a battle, out of a match in World of Tanks, and you think, I got cheated, or in this case, I was invisible, nobody really shot at me. Clearly they did quite a bit, actually. Things like I didn't get any pens, or all my shots missed, those kinds of things that are all very emotional, feelings oriented. Sometimes just go grab your replay, look at it, and then figure out if what you thought was right. And to be honest, the more you do that, the better you will get at understanding what really happened. You're still going to make mistakes and come out of battle. I do it all the time. We do it on stream. I'll come out and go, I think X happened, or wow, I sure did get robbed on that. And then I look at the replay and I'm like, man, not really. It was bad aiming. It was bad positioning. Yeah, that one was a bad bounce, but really I probably didn't need to take that shot anyway. All those kind of things. And when you sit down at 1G and look at that stuff, I'm telling you, it will help you get better. So I enjoyed that game. Got 1,000 assists, 3,500 damage. Pretty solid game. Bottom tier for an M3Y. I did finish this thing up in the 100 Battle Challenge. I did quite like it. I'm still trying to think about how I'm going to do this. If I might, when I started the 100 Battle Challenge, I was doing kind of a mini review at the end. But I sort of got away from that, just was cranking through them. So here you go, your mini review. I also did a review fairly recently when the line came out. I still think this is one of the better tanks in the line, but it's not amazing. Slightly above average. It's probably so now I'm in the situation where I'm trying to think of what I said about it several weeks back. Now I'm saying I'm pretty sure I said slightly above average, but I don't know. I may have called it above average. Got to go back and look at it, right? Pull the tapes. Make sure what you're talking about is true. That's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.